Hey, welcome. This is Jessie Burgart. I'm reading The Art of Focus by Dan Coe, and we're on day 24, and I'm starting on page 98. I have the special edition of the book, but I'm wondering actually if the pages match up with the other edition too. I bought it ahead of time because I'm a huge fan. All right, but let's start. Day 24, and it's under the section Arsenal of Lenses. But if you limit your perspective to your concept of self and focus on a problem like a negative emotion within that perspective, your field of awareness does not have the possibility of seeing the situation for what it is. This is the default state for most people. They spot and interpret problems from a narrow perspective, and often the least conducive one to a better future. To prepare ourselves to make better decisions in alignment with our goals, we must collect consciousness so we can mold our minds in a way that reduces the friction to act. You collect consciousness by studying multiple perspectives with the goal of holistic understanding. If you are an atheist, you have not experienced a Christian's perspective. How are you going to align yourself with the highest truth? Both perspectives that are heavily influenced by culture and experience hold half truths. And when you experience both, you inch your way toward deeper understanding. Rather than becoming attached to a specific way of doing things, see it for what it is, a perspective and a subjective reality. When you study different perspectives, you are collecting lenses for your camera. You expand your mind beyond one limiting worldview. Spirituality, atheism, Christianity, veganism, fruitarianism, freelancing, and small business ownership are all lenses for modeling meaning, nutrition, and business from an angle that highlights specific tactics that help individuals with specific goals. The perspectival background of principles can be useful to anybody, but the foreground of tactics requires a self that fits into a puzzle. Your brain is a pattern recognition machine, and when you study with a mind open beyond the surface, you allow truth to blur in the middle and develop a self that is less reactive to the external world. If you start a business to solve your money problems, start training to improve your health, or study social dynamics to help with your dating success, study the big picture. Understand the overarching principles without getting attached to individualized tactics, and let experience reveal your own way. With time, and as you collect an arsenal of lenses, you become conscious of patterns that are packaged up in an enticing way with a specific label slapped on them. These patterns often represent the fundamentals, principles, and levers that contribute to progress on the universal scale. Making better decisions. You, at this very moment in time, are a manifestation of your past mental, physical, and financial and spiritual choices. Who you want to become is a manifestation of the choices you make at this moment and the next until it all comes to an end. Not in the sense of physical death, but until your ideas stop rippling through the universe that houses the selves created by said ideas. The importance of decisive accuracy cannot be stressed enough, but most people can't get themselves to act on anything without immediate benefit. Their mind is narrow, but not open to the future. The average individual will not register potential opportunities because their field of awareness does not register it as important. They do not have a meaningful hierarchy of goals to position their perspective as a lens to view daily situations from. They may spot one, like a business opportunity with shallow promises, because it would tickle their fancy for status, but their mind quickly distracts itself back to a state of cyclical, immediate, and destructive pleasure. Life is a mind game, and if you don't have the skill, you won't be able to continue playing. Your quality of life is dependent on the quality of games you choose to play, because those demand a specific quality of mind to play them. Beware that this path is a beautifully painted one. A certain level of mind breeds a certain level of loneliness. With every level of mind, there are less people occupying that state. But when you find them, the connection you have is one that lasts a lifetime. The mind game houses infinite mind games. Each game has a string of goals. Each goal presents an increasingly difficult challenge that demands an increase in mental skill. All skills are of the mind, and mental mastery is how you fight back in a world that wants to steal your attention, manipulate your thoughts, and make you feel helpless. The problem is this: people get trapped in a specific mind game, fail to understand the situation, and don't practice the skill that will take them to the next level. A gradual increase in awareness through silent observation, contemplation, and questioning leads to deep understanding. If we want to see your problems for what they are, you must learn the art of zooming out. Unless you are a mechanic or have a passion for it, you don't need to know the technical details of a car to understand its implications on your life and the world. Instead, you understand a car's role in the world, learn through study and experience, and practice the skill of driving with an accepted system that orders individual and collective minds. The same does not hold true for driving through life. Your mind is the engine, and the more you deconstruct, study, and experiment with certain aspects of it, you can drive with speed through the mental roads that compose reality itself. You must develop a passion for the mind itself if you want to get to the root of existence. Understanding is infinite. It is how you raise your consciousness in an upward fashion. Most teachers, gurus, or masters help you in a downward fashion through tools like meditation, which is necessary to increase the space between your thoughts by quieting your mind. Both are necessary, but the former is often neglected. Similar to a human's depth of focus, understanding is another unique and inherent aspect of our being. Knowing is not understanding. Knowing implies a label, limit, or distinction that the mind creates. Understanding is different. It is how you explore the interconnectedness of life through observation. I can understand a game from the top down by questioning not only its source, but its impact on the world. If you don't zoom out to see the entirety of its implications, you won't be able to see if you're climbing the right mountain. I think that's it for today. Yes. All right. Take care and have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Ciao.